Hey, look who it is. It's Chessie. All right. Came out to see a train. Look at that good looking dog. He knows there's going to be a train coming. All right, everyone. I am in Mount Orab right now at Eastwood Road, right here at the railroad crossing. We've got a westbound train coming through. I believe it's going to be a rock train. My favorites. I try to get as many as I can because you never know how much weight they're going to have. They're always nice and heavy, and watching them go up Williamsburg Hill is always fun. So the train comes from this way right here. This area is really flat, but when I get for the second time in Williamsburg on the hill, that's where the challenge is. Now, if they've got the 6-axle unit on there, they probably won't have any trouble getting up the hill. I'm going to start the video, son. Here we go. We are at Eastwood Road, downtown Mount Orab, Ohio. This is the railroad siding here in Mount Orab, where they used to have those old rock cars they scrapped down. There was 4 of them, sat there for about 1.5 years, 2 years, something like that. So this track is only used for maintenance way equipment now. There's only enough room to get a little bit of maintenance way equipment in between that railroad tie and the derail. I don't think there's enough room to get a car in there. You might be able to squeeze 1 car in, but the track is not usable from this point to the end. It's not that much track there anyway. I remember when you used to cross the road, that siding went on down past the road. There's a house I'd like to live in. Look at that. They've got a perfect view of the trains. I just take out these trees right there. Take those trees out so I can get an even better view. Train should be here anytime. Oh, here we go. Yep, loaded rock train. These cars are loaded with rock. You can see some of the rock sticking to the top. These are hopper cars. These gondolas have rock in them also. This is a good one. They've been hauling a lot of rock lately. There you go, westbound rock train running from Plum Run, Ohio to Milford, Ohio. It's the rock shuttle. I want to get them one more time in downtown Williamsburg. I always do on the hill. So we're going to have to hurry on over that way. Here's some new ties. You can see the new ties. They've got quite a few new ties they put in. Let's go to Williamsburg with Chessie. Here we go. There's Chessie. I was trying to show her we had to wait here for some kind of construction. Uh-oh, we got another road construction. I may not be seeing the train the second time, Chessie. That means you won't get to see it too. It'll be okay, Chessie. You'll be okay. That's a good dog. Hey, Chessie, look. She is hard to film. Really hard to film. Well, I don't know if I'll get the train a second time. Look at that dog. You got to come inside because pretty soon we'll be leaving again. But wait, there's more. Of course, always is. I made it to downtown Williamsburg. I'm at Main Street, and we got the train coming right now. Yep, there was 2 spots where there was road construction, and it was down to 1-lane road. I got stopped at both of those, and I still made it. Here comes the train. They're making a good run at it. Listen to that, they're notching up. Alright, they're at the top of the grade right here. The locomotives are at the top of the grade up there by Tollgate Road. So they're almost to Afton Yard, at the east end of Afton Yard. They'll stop there. And they'll have some other work to do. Alright, they were really notching up. Man, that was awesome sounding. If you like locomotives, the way they sound when they're working hard, there you go. It's a place for you because I got them going up the hill. Really working hard. There's still insulators on these poles here too. Those are glass insulators. See that? There's thousands of those around here. Haven't been in use for about 20 years. Somewhere in that area. I've got the exact date written down at the house. I can't remember that kind of stuff though. All right, there's Main Street in Williamsburg. I can still hear the train. And way down there is a color position light, an old Norfolk and Western color position light for milepost 33. And in front of that, you've got a defect detector, which I don't think you can see it. All right, thanks for watching. Still got the slideshow and the live action pets coming up. And there's what Williamsburg looks like. There's the Batmobile right up there. We've got a Norfolk Southern train coming right now. It's a southbound. I'm gonna see how fast it's going too. Wow, that train was booking. What is the hurry? That was a good one. 47 miles an hour, and it slowed down to about 46. All right, we're gonna get a couple more, and we're gonna check some speed just for heck of it. I keep on getting requests for that, so every once in a while I'll bring the thing out. So here we are, Walton, Kentucky. All right, guess what? We got another train coming. This is train number 142. It's a northbound intermodal on the CSX line. So it's coming from that way right there. I got a really good view here. If a Norfolk Southern train would happen to go by, there it is on the left. So we got a CSX train coming on this track here on the right. Look at this view. I don't know if I've ever filmed from this spot right here before. Up on a little knoll. Well, that wasn't as long as what I was hoping for. That's still a good train. Alrighty, well, it's going about 26 miles an hour. That one stayed pretty steady. Got a bit of a slow day here today. Hope for some more longer trains. We'll see what happens. We're not leaving yet, so stick around. We got some more coming, I hope. All right, we got a northbound train coming right down the Norfolk Southern line. So the sun just came out a little bit. I'm shooting into it just a little, but not enough to mess it up. Another empty grain train, northbound. You can see how the helicopters cut these trees back. How it's got that squared off look. That's from helicopters. I saw them doing that early in the summer. We also saw them doing that down at High Bridge, Kentucky on the same line. Well, there you go. Another grain train. All right, we got a train coming again finally. And yeah, I'm freezing. It's 22 degrees. It was supposed to get up to 30 and it never did. But we got a train coming.
Southern, milepost 20.0, no defect. Repeat, no defect.
No defects. Oh, that's not very long, is it? That's been the shortest train of the day right there. It's just like on my HO scale layout. That's about what I run right there on that one. There's your Gaines house. Let's have a look at the sign over here before we go. You can click on this thing and read it at your leisure. There it is right there. I forget if the other side's the same or not. Let's have a look. It is the same on both sides. There's the house. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm taking off. I'm frozen. Been out here all day. It was, well, when I started, it was 19. So it warmed up to 22. It was supposed to get to 30, and it never did. Check out another video to help my channel, help pay for the gas. Every view to make on my channel gives me about a penny. So, all right, we'll see you later. Here we go.
There's a kitty cat. Look at there. Hi, Norfie. There's Norfie right there. And I hear Brandy snoring. Let's see where Brandy's at. There she is. Just woke her up. Hi, Brandy. Hi there. Not sure where everybody else is at. I think Loki's outside.